Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see how can you identify LFI vulnerability into a live website. So let's quickly see the practical. Over here, you can see we are onto one of the website which is ravagedband.com. On this website, there exists a particular specific vulnerability which is LFI, and I'm going to show you how you can identify that vulnerability. So let me first quickly start burp suite and capture the request in my burp. As you can see, I have captured the request in my burp suite, and I'm going to send this to repeater in case I want to use the request later on. Now I will also send this request to spider because I want to crawl as many as endpoints I can. Why I am crawling those endpoints? Because that will increase the scope and I will be able to identify some of the certain parameters that can be vulnerable to this vulnerability. Alright, so once you send anything to spider, it is going to ask you to confirm that would you like to add this specific target to the current spidering scope, and you have to press a yes. When you will press a yes, it will automatically get added to the scope, and you can see the spider has successfully started. Now into the target sitemap button, you have to choose your target. As you can see over here, this is my target. So I'm going to again add to scope, and if I want, I can also spider the host. Now when I have my target over here, onto the right hand side, you can see these are all the particular URLs that have been identified, or the endpoints that have been identified for the target web application. Now I can choose any of the particular requests from here to play with and identify if it is vulnerable to any of the certain attack. Now you can see I have took a particular GET request which is going to index.php / page equals to contact.php. This particular page represents a contact page onto the particular target website. Now what if I replace the contact.php page with something else? Let's say I want to include something else from the target server, which is /etc/passwd instead of the contact.php file. And let's see if we are able to see the passwd content. If I scroll down, then you can see over here, I'm going to search based on root:x because this is how a passwd file is represented, wherein there is always a root user. And you can see over here, there are two users. First is root and second is ravagedband.com user, which has been created onto that particular Linux server. Alright, so here we have successfully identified that the vulnerable parameter page is vulnerable to LFI based attack, wherein we are able to read the sensitive content from the server. Now you can see I have changed the payload to etc/shadow, and I'm trying to read the shadow file. For those who do not know what shadow file represents, it contains the passwords of all the users into the Linux system. And you can see I have the passwords, but obviously they are not in a plain text. They are encrypted, but they can be decrypted using some of the techniques, and we can get hold of the original password of the user. Now here, this demonstration shows the vulnerable parameter page, wherein we are able to inject any arbitrary file and we are able to read that from the target web server, which portrays the LFI vulnerability. So I hope you guys understood how to perform this attack. Thank you.